Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. How are we doing today, lovely people? It is Tuesday's episode. My goodness, it's good to be back in the chair. It's good to be doing the show again for you guys on another lovely Tuesday. Boy, do I have an interesting thread for you. We got some good, juicy threads, as well as confession time. I'm excited to get into our new book on Thursday. Maybe I'll announce the book. Maybe I'll announce the book at the end of the episode. Maybe. We'll see. I might. I don't know. Do you deserve it? Do you think you deserve it? You might. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep it in the back of my head throughout the show, and maybe I'll reveal it at the end of the episode, okay? But without further ado, though, let's get into today's Tuesday episode. Today's thread is a pretty different thread. It's a pretty interesting thread. It's funny because I actually had a conversation with one of the subscribers about this on stream, and I thought, you know what? It'd actually be a funny thread. And so, it is, what cheap food would you still eat no matter how rich you got? You know? And low-key, for me, it would honestly be Taco Bell. If I'm being straight with you, I could eat Taco Bell all the damn time. I know it's not good for you, and I know it's shitty for you, but I could eat Taco Bell all the time, bro. Honestly, their Nacho Bel Grandes, even just the classic old ass bean burrito. You know, bean and cheese burrito I'll be chilling with. You know, but they got the quesadillas, and then they got like the little the beef and bean layer burrito or whatever. Oh, I'm telling you. And then they have the taco where it's like a soft taco cheese and then hard shell and then the actual taco bits. And oh man, hey, I'm telling you, Taco Bell, they are the food scientists of the fast food world, if I'm being straight with you, because I don't think there's any other place that be experimenting with food as much as they do. If I'm being straight with you, I don't think there's any other place that experiments more than they do, if I'm being real. And so yeah, that would be mine. I ain't gonna lie to you. No matter how rich I get, I will always go to Taco Bell. I could be a fucking billionaire and I'd walk up into Taco Bell and be like, yo, what's good? I'd probably buy a Taco Bell. What are we talking about? If I was rich, I would buy a Taco Bell. That way I could walk into my own Taco Bell and just be like, yo, what's good? I am the owner. Make me my food. And they'd be like, oh, of course, sir. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. You guys let me know what your cheap food would be no matter how rich you got. Say you were a billionaire. You know what I mean? Well, what would you eat? All right. So let's get on to it. Our first one is quesadillas. Corn or flour tortilla, don't matter. Facts. Because you can never go wrong with quesadilla. You know what I mean? You could always add shit to it. You could take stuff away. Because you could even do a basic cheese tortilla and you're chilling. Or quesadilla, I'm sorry. A little cheese quesadilla, you're chilling. You could add some chicken in that bitch. You can even just be like, cheese and some hot sauce. I've done that before. Hey, struggle meals be real. I ain't gonna lie to you. But hey, yeah, I love it. What cheap food would you still eat even though you're rich? Grilled cheese sandwich. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes a grilled cheese sandwich be hitting. I won't lie to you. You get that bread, you know, you butter it up real nice. You know what I mean? Let it sit in that pan for a little bit. You know, let that cheese melt in there. And then when you bite into it, it's just like buttery bread cheese goodness. Oh. Ooh, and you have a little soup on the side. You don't even have to have tomato soup. You can just have just a soup, because I like to do it with chicken noodle. And I do it with some chicken noodle soup on the side. And like, you know, I'll eat the like chicken in the noodles and stuff, and then you still got like the juice and the water or whatever. You dip your sandwich in that shit. Ooh, god damn, that's good right there. That's sexy. All right, what cheap food would you still eat even though you're rich? Chips and shredded cheese nachos. All right, now that's that's the struggle meal. I getting some tortilla chips and then putting some cheese on it, and either putting it in the oven or putting it in the microwave. Yeah, boy, that right there. Struggle meal. Woo. What cheap food would you still eat even though you're rich? French fries. I fucking love French fries. Facts. If there are rich people that don't eat French fries, what are you doing? You're eating potatoes wrong. You realize that, right? You're eating potatoes wrong. French fries are the only way you should be eating potatoes. I won't lie to you. They're like, oh no, we have baked potatoes. Like, no. Get your fancy ass baked potato out of here, nigga. We eating French fries out in this camp. Man. What cheap food would you still eat even though you're rich? My dad grew up poor, and his favorite meal was ground beef cooked in with mashed potatoes. For his 60th, my grandmother asked what he wanted to eat for a special day. He said that's what he wanted, the same way from his childhood. She laughed and said, that crap? You know how poor we were when we made that? I had to steal the potatoes to make it. I will always remember the look on his face when he took the first bite. It was like he was transported back to being 8-year-old again. When he would make it for me growing up, he's been gone 10 years now, and I make it for my kids. Hey, that's dope. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It was weird because when me and my brother were kids, our mom would make top ramen, and we always were like, yo, nobody makes top ramen like our mom. It's weird because, like, even to this day, I had asked my mom, right? I was like, yo, mom. She had came over to my house, and I was like, can you make top ramen for me? And she's like, what? What do you mean? You're a grown ass man. You can make top ramen. I'm like, no. I want you to make it because then it feels like childhood, because like when we were kids, you would make top ramen and it would just be the bombest shit ever. And I don't know if it was a thing where we just loved our mom or whatever it was, but it was a thing where it was like when my mom made it, she made it with that special love in it where it just tasted so bomb. And I'm telling you, my mom would, she worked at she still works at the grocery store, but she's worked at the grocery store forever, and she would always buy that for us. And it's super duper cheap, and we weren't always like the most what is it, I guess you say rich. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, and so we ate a lot of top ramen and grilled cheese and stuff like that. And so for us, when she would make top ramen, that was like, oh, we eating good tonight. Me and my little brother were like, yo, we fucking eating good tonight. And our mom would make it, and it would just be the best thing ever. She'd throw 2 packets in that bitch, and then she would throw up the sauce and just mix it all up. And I don't know, it was one of those things where it was just like, when I had asked her that, it was funny how she was just like, what? Well, you can make top ramen. You're a grown ass man. I'm like, no. It's something about the way your parents make something, I think, is what makes the food like great, regardless if it's like trash or whatever. And I think that's where that kind of comes from, because like I said, as something as simple as top ramen, you literally just put water in a pot, boil it, and throw noodles in it, and on the outside looking in, you're just kind of like, yeah, what the fuck? But I don't know, it's one of those, you gotta be there, you know what I mean? You gotta experience it for yourself. But yeah, and I'm sure you guys have a meal that your parents used to make, and it was a struggle trash meal, but for some reason you just loved it. For some reason you were just like, this is the meal. This meal fucking hits, Oh, it's the best. All right, what cheap food would you still eat even though you're rich? Beans and rice. I'm far from rich, but financially well off. I'm eating it right now. Hey, I won't lie to you, man. There's nothing better than little beans and rice sometimes. Because for one, it's quick to make, and then 2, it's actually a really good, carb-filling meal, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's a good little carb-filling meal, I feel it. What cheap food would you still eat even though you're rich? Top ramen. Facts. Let's go. I told you. Hey, man. That top ramen be hitting sometimes. What cheap food would you still eat even though you're rich? PB&J, boxed mac and cheese, baked potato topped with Hormel chili, red beans and rice. Yep, pretty much all the ones we went over. Man, I haven't had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in years. And it's not one of those things where I'm just like, oh, I'm above a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It was just I've never had the need to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I haven't been in that part of struggle where I'm like, this is dinner, Damn. I go to the grocery store tomorrow, and I'm probably going to go to the grocery store, and I'm going to get some peanut butter and jelly. And I'm going to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I'll tell you guys about it on Thursday. That's probably what I'm going to do. You guys are going to get an exclusive peanut butter and jelly sandwich story tomorrow. And, damn. It's funny because when you, think about struggle meals and the meals that you've had before and stuff, and you're kind of like where you are now, you're just like, damn, I haven't had that in years. Crazy. What cheap food would you still eat even though you're rich? I'm pretty well off, and I still eat basic Kraft mac and cheese with sliced hot dogs every once in a while. Pure childhood nostalgia. That sounds disgusting. I don't know why people put sliced hot dogs in anything. I have a buddy, and he's my best friend. I've known him for almost 20 years at this point, and this man still puts hot dogs in his eggs. It was a thing where his family was born in Colombia, and they weren't so well off as they are now, and so but that was like their little struggle meal. It was eggs, and they'd boil some wieners, chop it up, and put it in the eggs. He still does that to this day, and I was asked him, I'm like, why did you? He's like, dude, because I've just gotten used to it. He's like, I can't make eggs without throwing like some hot dog in there. And I was just like, that's wild to me. And honestly, it's decent. It ain't the best, I ain't gonna lie to you, because all he does is just boil the hot dog and just chops it up and throws it in there. Yeah, but I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like you just get so used to eating that type of food, you're just like, nah, man, this is life, this is just me. Yeah, hey, that's that nostalgia, baby. What cheap food would you still eat even though you are rich? Costco hot dogs, baby. Why even buy a membership if you're not eating at least one every single time? I won't lie to you. I'd be using my mom's Costco shit just to go up in there and get a slice of pizza. Won't lie to you. Honestly, second best like grocery store pizza I've ever had. And first best is Winco. Winco will always have the best fucking pizza ever. And if you don't have a Winco in your state, I feel sorry. Man, I feel bad for you, son. Because if I'm being honest with you, Winco pizza is so fire. They make the pizza like their in-house. It's not some pre-made bullshit. I mean, I think Costco makes their pizza too. But if I'm being honest with you, man, like if I want to get pizza and I don't want to spend like a shit ton of money at like a Pizza Hut or a Domino's or whatever the case may be, and I really don't want like Little Caesars or anything like that, I go to Winco, man. Go to Winco, give me a nice little $10 8-slice pizza. That shit is fantastic. I ain't gonna lie to you, I never liked pineapple on pizza, right? And then I had pineapple on pizza at Winco, and I was like, I'm a fan. Won't lie to you. That's the only place that I will ever get pineapple on pizza. I'm a fan. I didn't think it could happen. I didn't think it was possible, but I am a fan. Yeah, you guys are probably going to kill me in the comments over that, but it's okay. It's all right. If you have a Winco in your state, or you have a Winco like where you live, go there, get a fucking pizza. Swear to God, it'll change your life. You'll probably just be like, yo, fuck Domino's, fuck Pizza Hut, fuck Papa John's, all them. Fuck them all, because Winco got that pizza. Man, it's got that pizza. Oh, shit. All right, what cheap food would you eat even though you are rich? Rice. The answer for the global majority will always be rice. I ain't gonna lie to you. Rice is one of those things you could just have with anything. You could have rice with damn near anything. You have some seafood, you could throw some rice in there. Bam. Do a little salmon and rice, chilling. You do a little steak and rice, bam. Chicken and rice, bam. Beans and rice, bam. Quesadilla and rice, bam. You know, like I'm telling you, arepas and rice, bam. You can have rice with anything. Rice is the OG side dish. And you can just have rice by itself. You know, ask any Asian you know. You ask them, hey, what was the most thing you ate as a kid? And they're gonna be like, rice. Rice. Fuck we talking about? I know because my mom's half Japanese and she gave us rice all the fucking time. It was rice. We ate chicken and rice all our childhood, man. All our childhood we ate nothing but chicken and rice. I'm telling you, my mom would get that big ass like pre-made chicken, you know, where it comes in the little bag and shit, and she would throw that bitch in the oven for a little bit, you know, let it brown over, and then she'd pull it out, and we'd have chicken and rice, or she'd get a turkey, because turkeys were like fucking 25 cents a pound. She would just get like 5 or 6 of them, freeze them, and then we would have turkey for like the next 2 months, you know, we'd have turkey and rice. I'm telling you, bro, rice is like unstoppable. All right, what cheap food would you still eat even though you are rich? If I had $1 million, we wouldn't have to eat Kraft Dinner, but we would eat Kraft Dinner. That's crazy. Of course we would. We'd just eat more and buy really expensive ketchups with it. That's right, all the fanciest Dijon ketchup. Bare naked ladies is crazy. That motherfucker said, we gonna have some fancy sauce. We're gonna have the fanciest sauce. And it's funny because I saw this thing on Instagram where they were like, there's golden ketchup. So I guess there's like ketchup with like real gold flakes in it and shit. And like one bottle costs like $1,000 or some shit. Like Google this. It's crazy to me. Golden ketchup. It's wild. And I was like, what the fuck? Why does this exist? Why? Why are you throwing gold flakes in ketchup? One of the worst condiments you could ever put on anything. If I'm being honest with you, I'm going to get some flack on that one. They're going to be like, how dare you? How dare you? We love ketchup in this house. I can't stand ketchup. Oh, just the smell alone of ketchup makes me just want to hurl. Oh, and you know what? I like mustard. That's right. That's right, you little bitches. I like mustard. It's fucking tangy and delicious. Fuck your ketchup. It's mustard out here, baby. It's mustard gang. All right? We out here. Mustard. Yeah. You know, the mustard is so popular, he's on the beat. There ain't no ketchup on the beat. Nah, it's mustard on the beat, ho. Let's go. Mustard gang. We are up. Yeah. While ketchup is over there in the hood selling salt packets. You know what I mean? Mustard is out here making the money. Yeah, get out of here. I'm going to get some flack for that one. They're going to be like, how dare you like, because everyone I know hates mustard. Everyone I know are like, ew, you like mustard? That's disgusting. Why the fuck do you like mustard? And I'm like, I'm telling you, man, there isn't honey ketchup. There isn't Dijon ketchup. Oh, well, there's Dijon ketchup. Never mind. All right, I lied on that one. But there ain't honey ketchup. I've never seen honey ketchup. And if you can show me some honey ketchup, all right, I'll believe you. But there's no honey ketchup. All right. There is spicy ketchup, but I don't know if... Does spicy ketchup exist? Maybe it does. I don't know. All I'm trying to say is there's more variants of mustard than there are ketchup, okay? That's all I'm trying to say. I've never seen hot mustard. I've only ever seen hot ketchup. I mean, I'm sorry. There's not hot ketchup. I've only seen hot mustard. I've seen hot mustard, seen honey mustard, obviously Dijon mustard. There's another one. Damn it. There's another like mustard, and it's like kind of like a fancy ass mustard. But still, it's like there's no variety. You know, and I like variety in my mustard. I can go in my refrigerator right now. I have like 3 different types of mustards because I'm him. I'm Himothy when it comes to mustard. All right. You know, if a girl come over and I'll be like, hey, yo, I'm going to make you a sandwich. What kind of mustard do you want? If she says no mustard, I'm going to be like, get out of my house right now. Get out. Go away. Go away. You're terrible. You're a horrible person. All right, let's get back to the thread. All right, what cheap food would you still eat even though you are rich? Hot dogs. I'd probably buy fancy ingredients to add to cheap ramen. Tuna with saltiness or Ritz. Oh, saltines. Sorry. Saltines or Ritz. Beans and cheese and sour and cream. See, I don't think sour cream is Sour cream's for rich people. Come on, man. Sour cream's for rich people, bruh. Oh my God, sour cream is for rich people. You know what I mean? If you ever date a girl that likes sour cream, you're gonna spend a lot of money on sour cream. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sour cream's expensive, you know, and you could put that bitch on everything. She put it on everything. My ex used to put sour cream on everything. You know what I mean? Everything. It was crazy. She dipped French fries in sour cream. She had sour cream with like burritos. She had sour cream with no, she didn't do it with she did it with vegetables. She did it with vegetables because I know I would cook like fish and vegetables and stuff for us a lot, and she would have sour cream with vegetables. I'm like, why do you have sour cream on there? She's like, oh, it's for my vegetables, and I'm like, what the fuck? She did, man. Sour cream is crazy. Sour cream is crazy. All right, we're going to do like 3 more, and then we'll get on. All right, what cheap food would you still eat even though you're rich? Ramen, Taco Bell, and Tostino's pizza rolls. Facts. If you're ever trying to have like a bomb childhood meal, everybody's like, oh, dino nuggets. Nah, nigga. Nah, Tostino's pizza rolls are the shit. In fact, you pop one in your mouth and you instantly burn your tongue. Fantastic. It's childhood right there. That's a childhood burning of the mouth right there. You know what I mean? You can be like, tastes like childhood. You know? But something's like real hot, but you don't want to spit it out. That's Tostino's pizza rolls right there for you. All right, what cheap food would you still eat even though you're rich? Oatmeal. Facts. Oatmeal with a little cinnamon in it. Ooh, little cinnamon. Oh, because I'm telling you, man, you can get, and I used to get the ones, the apple sauce one, I guess it was called, where it had the little tiny chunks of apple in it. I would get that, put some cinnamon in there. Ooh, I'm telling you, it's like having the inside of an apple pie with oatmeal flakes in it. It was so bomb. Oh my God. It's funny because going through this thread, I'm like, damn, there's so many things like I used to eat as a kid, and like I just don't eat it anymore. I don't. I be going to the grocery store and I be just passing up all this shit, you know, because I'm like not really on a strict diet, but it's just a thing where like, you know, I only eat like a very selective, you know, few things. I don't really eat a variety anymore, especially as I'm an adult. It's just I don't really care for it anymore. You know, I find foods that work with me and work with my body, and I leave it to that, if I'm being straight with you. And so I'll be thinking like, damn, I haven't had that in a long time. Damn. Yeah, it's going to be interesting when I go to the grocery store because I'm going to start noticing some more stuff. I'm probably going to spend way too much money then. I'm being honest with you, man. Groceries are expensive as hell. All right, we're going to do one more. We'll get and we'll move on to the confession time and scenarios. What cheap food would you still eat even though you're rich? I am an old fellow of 74, retired, and did okay in life. I can afford to eat anything I wish, but my favorite foods are beans, any kind, red beans and rice, green collards, mustard, turnips, spinach, or whatever. Don't forget the cornbread. Facts. Cornbread is elite. Gumbo, any kind of etouffee. What the fuck is etouffee? Okay. Grits, etc. Oh, you black. Yeah, you black, nigga. Yeah, I already know it. Yeah, I already know your black ass loves some grits. I ain't gonna lie, I like grits too. Every once in a while, I'll be making some chicken and grits. That shit is fire. If you've never had chicken and grits, it's actually really good. Chicken and grits is the shit. I'm like, yeah, that's my go-to Negro meal. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's my go-to Negro meal. I'm telling you, hey, chicken and grits is fire. Good food is good food, and it doesn't have to be expensive stuff. That's facts. I think fine dining is a scam. I think going to fancy restaurants and all that kind of stuff, scam. I could fucking make that at home and do it extremely cheaper. Like going to these places where they're like $100 a plate, crazy to me. Have I gone to these places? 100%, because I wanted to know what it was like. But if I'm being straight with you, you actually get the meal, it is such a disappointment. You're like, this right here is $100. I could make this at home. You know what I mean? Like all the garnish, everything. I can make this at home. And you're charging me $100 a plate for this? Trash. trash. I went to like 2 or 3 very fancy spots, because what it is these fancy restaurants, you're paying for like the ambiance, if I'm being honest with you. That's what you're doing. You're paying for like the experience and the ambiance. You're not paying for the food. The food is just like an extra, I guess, added thing. You know, the food is not like the main thing. It's the ambiance and the way the place looks, and you know, you're there. It makes you feel like you're around a bunch of people of high society and everything. That's what you're getting. That's what you're paying for. You're paying $100 a person to go experience the ambiance. I don't get that. I think that's fucking stupid. I'm going to a restaurant to enjoy the food, not the ambiance. I don't give a shit. That's why I like hole-in-the-wall places. Hole-in-the-wall spots be the best. Around my job, there are so many little Mexican-run hole-in-the-wall spots that are fire. There's one Asian little spot. I'm like, yo, it's a Vietnamese place. I've been going up in there. Oh, I love that. I love the way that place smells. It smells so good in there. Man, you got the little dirty, you know, Asian man in the back, and he like, oh, what's good? He like, hold on. He like, Mei-Ling, we got somebody. And she coming out, oh, how can I help you? And I'm like, yeah, let me get that and that. You know, hey, that's some time. Hey, the hole-in-the-wall spots be where it's at. Yeah, these fancy restaurants are trash, bro. Trash. But that's going to be into that thread. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what cheap food you would eat even though you are rich. All right, let me know down in the comments what cheap food you would eat. And if you don't like mustard, well, then forget you, okay? You ketchup connoisseur. And forget you, man. All right. So we're going to hop into announcements. Then we'll get into our confession time as well as the scenarios for today. So patreon.com/MyLastHolePodcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show. All right. You can also send in scenarios on TikTok as well as Instagram. But just know that the people who are on Patreon do get priority. All right. And then audio listeners, if you are an audio listener, definitely keep downloading the podcast as well as rating us 5 stars. Shows that you guys come back every single week and enjoying what we got going on. All right, I love you guys all so much for the support. You guys have been doing amazing, and hey, downloading, rating, following us, all that is for free, baby. And if you want to help out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. Man, we just went like semi-viral again on TikTok, which is kind of super nice. It was our story on, I believe, the Friday episode where, you know, the girl's best friend slept with her boyfriend, and, you know, they were gaslighting her and shit like that. That story went viral, so I was like, hey, let's go, baby. So we doing our thing, man. We doing our thing. You guys have been killing in the support, and I appreciate all that you guys are doing. All right? We loving it. The live streams have been great. You guys come out, hang out, do all that good stuff. I appreciate it so much. Even if you pop in for a couple minutes and you pop out, it's all good. I appreciate the support regardless, okay? All right. But without further ado, let's get into today's confession time. Oh, boy. I'm sure we got a juicy one for you. All right, here we are. So today's confession time is I'm marrying my late best friend's twin sister. What? Okay. All right. So let's get on into it. 6 years ago, my childhood best friend got into a terrible car accident with his dad, and they both died on the spot. Oh, wow. My friend's body was literally cut into multiple pieces, with his whole head being cut off from his body, leaving behind his twin sister and mom. Wow. Ever since our childhood, we three, with his sister, were best friends and were inseparable, and everyone called us triplets, so I was obviously there for her to comfort her, and her mom was and her mom as much as I could. And we eventually started getting feelings about each other, and we slowly started hanging out more, and eventually it turned into a fully fledged relationship and feelings. It turned to love. She became the love of my life, and last year I ended up proposing to her, and she accepted. And we're getting married this June, and I couldn't be happier with my life. I just wish her brother and father were here to see us and to know that she is protected and well taken care of and is loved. loved. Also, what is that? Oh, mother-in-law got remarried to a great guy that was also great friends with her late husband. Damn, that's crazy. Honestly, that was a pretty good one. That was a kind of a wholesome one, if I'm being honest with you. Damn, that sucks that you had to lose your friend and, his father and stuff like that, and honestly, that's how it be working out sometimes, something you're that penis to cry on, and that penis to cry on mode just, gets into something more. And I'm glad that, like, it turned out to be a good thing that you guys got together and not like a bad thing that you guys got together. Because, when I first read it, I was like, oh shit, like what happened? Did you do something a little shady to do this? Did the friend not like approve of it? What's going on? And the circumstances are wild. I did not know that. Man, hey, rest in peace to them. I'm sure they're looking down on you guys and they're very proud of, I'm sure your friend is very proud of the man that he chose to be his best friend. And I'm sure the dad is proud of the man that his daughter chose to be with, if I'm being honest with you, Yeah, and I'm sure he's kind of turning over in his grave like, bitch, you already remarried? How dare you? You were supposed to die alone. Because I've always thought about that. There's a lot of people who talk about, like if you get married and your partner dies, and it's like, oh, are you going to meet them in heaven? But it's like, what if they get married to somebody else? And it's like, say you die, well, will you be with your first guy that you married forever in the afterlife, or will you be with the next person that you marry in the afterlife? It's funny because I had a talk about that with a coworker of mine, and he's like very, very religious, and that question kind of even stumped him too, because he's like, I don't know. He's like, because if my wife ever died, like I don't think I would get remarried. He's like, I would, wait. I would live out my days, take care of our kids, and then, I would die alone and meet her in heaven and stuff like that. And he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. If you want to give your perspective about it in the comments, please do. But yeah, I've always thought about that. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, hey, wholesome story, man. Wholesome confession. I'm glad that you shared, because that was, whoo, man. Oh, I couldn't imagine losing like a sibling, or losing, especially a twin sibling at that. And then I couldn't even imagine like losing a parent too, and a best friend. Like that would be just wild. It'd be wild to me. And as brutally as they lost them. Oh my God. The fact that like homeboy's head was gone and his body was chopped up and shit. Woo. Oh, that's tough. That's tough, man. We're going to move on. We're going to get into our scenarios for today. Let me know what you think about that. Crazy confession time. All right, we have our first one. Should I not have warned him? I don't know. Should you have? Let's see. I, 35 female, have been actively dating for a while. I'm a single mom, and so dating has been hard, and I've run into some pretty bad situations with some horrible monsters. Yesterday, I was on a dating app and matched with this really cute guy around my same age. That's where you went wrong, girl, is dating apps. I don't know why girls are on dating apps in general, if I'm being straight with you. Like girls don't need dating apps. You don't. You guys can go out. You guys have the luxury of going out and meeting a pretty good guy, if I'm being straight with you. You guys don't need dating apps. If anything, us dudes need dating apps. But, because in every experience that I have asked a girl about, their experience when it comes to dating apps, stuff like that, they're just like, oh, it's just overwhelming. You open your phone and there's like 60 dudes trying to talk to you all at the same time. And then you're having like 3 or 4 conversations all at the same time. And then you kind of just drop some of the conversations because, 1 or 2 of the conversations is a little more engaging. And then the guy gets mad because you like unfollowed them or you stopped talking to them or whatever the case may be. And a lot of women are just like, oh, I hate it, like just walk up to me when I'm at the grocery store or some shit. And that's why I'm like, you guys don't need dating apps, really. I feel like dating apps are for girls that are just bored. They're just bored. They're just like, fuck it, man. I just want to talk to somebody if I'm being straight with you. Because even when I stopped doing the dating apps, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's trash, man. Trash. I only ever met the craziest of chicks on there. And I'm like, okay, I think these are the type of women that go on dating apps are the women who are just crazy. And motherfuckers realize it in the beginning. And they're like, oh, shit. Because, I mean, you could tell when a girl's crazy the first time you meet her. I think a lot of dudes just kind of put off the crazy because they're trying to smash. But for me, I'm like, look, man, no, I'm good. I'm not going to put my dick in crazy. You know what I mean? I ain't going to do it. But I digress. I keep getting off topic. I'm sorry. All right. So I was on a dating app, matched with a really cute guy around my same age. He was single dad of 2 young kids. We spent all day texting each other via the app, making each other laugh, etc. We even exchanged numbers. I sent him a photo of me that wasn't on the app or vice versa. I don't use my real name on dating apps. But the photos are of me. I've noticed that girls don't use their real names because they be having some crazy ass names like Vietra and Exana and shit. I'd be like, what the fuck? But then I realized, oh, they're not using their real names. I see. Okay. All right. Makes sense. Yeah, because I would run into a lot of girls on dating apps. I'm like, what the fuck kind of name is this? Like, are parents really naming their daughters this? But no, they use fake names. So I was like, All right, I'm a plus size girl, but people have asked me if the photos are really me or not before. Towards the end of the day, he sent me 2 pictures of his young kids. The following was the conversation, more or less. You probably shouldn't send pictures of your kids to random people on the internet, but they are cute. Him, I wouldn't have sent them to you if I thought you were dangerous. Me, you don't know me. I could be literally anyone. I've run into some curious creeps on these apps. You got to be careful out here. And then he blocked me. Was I wrong for saying that? Should I have not warned him? You shouldn't have warned him because there was no reason to warn him. You know what I mean? I think it was a thing where he got so comfortable with you and he felt like, oh my God, things are actually going places. Because you got to understand, for guys on dating apps, we hardly ever meet a girl we're talking to. We hardly ever meet a girl that's worth texting every day, talking to every day. A girl that like is embedded in our mind where we're just like thinking about her all the time. And, I can guarantee you this is where this man was in his life. He has been a single dad for a while. And he finally found you, a great girl that makes him laugh, great conversation. You text back. You ain't about some bullshit. You're not doing all this stupid shit that all these other girls are doing. He finally found him a good one. And he's like, man, I haven't found a red flag yet. This is amazing. And then he felt so comfortable to be like, I want to share my life with you. And I think what it was is when you said that, he probably looked at it like, oh, wow, damn, you don't want to be a part of my life that much as I want you to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be a part of my life as much as I want you to be. And I think he looked at it like that and he just thought to himself, okay, never mind then. Damn, I thought she was a good one, but she's not, and it's a thing where you didn't even have to warn him. Like, warn him about what? You guys have been talking for a while. He's been enjoying the conversation. He got super comfortable with you enough to where he, would show you. It's not like you guys were talking and then on the second day he was like, yo, look at my kids. He didn't do that. You guys have been talking for a while. You guys established a good relationship. He got your number. You guys got off the app. And then he was like, you know what? I want this girl to be more involved in my life. I want this girl to be, involved in even more. And if I'm being honest with you, him showing a picture of his kids to him was a sign of commitment to you. That's what it was. That was his way of saying, hey, I'm locked in. This is my sign of commitment to you, that I am opening myself up to you completely. And I think the way he took your wording was a big shutdown. Like you didn't accept his opening. He opened up to you and about his kids, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, that's a big step. That's a big step. I've dated girls with kids before and there was a time where I was dating a girl with a kid, and she told me about it, but I didn't meet the kid until at least maybe 6 or 7 months of us dating. And then and I didn't even go to her house, mind you. She always came over to mine for a long time. And I'd asked her, I was like, why is it that, I've never been to your house, or like I've never met your daughter or anything like that. And she's just like, oh, well, that's a big step and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, is that something you feel like you're ready for? And I was like, of course. And me wanting to meet her child was a sign of commitment to her. Like, hey, I enjoy you, I care about you, and I want to care about even other aspects in your life as well. And that was me showing that sign of commitment. Like him showing you his kids was that sign of like, hey, I trust you. I'm committed to you. You're my girl. I want this to be a thing. You're not some girl that I just want to, put another notch on my belt or nothing like that. And then so when you come in and instead of being like, oh my God, your kids are so cute, I can't wait to meet them, stuff like that. That's how he thought that was going to go. He thought he's going to be like, oh my God, your kids are so cute, I can't wait to meet them, blah, blah, blah. That's how he thought it was going to go. But then when you hit him with the whole, you shouldn't be showing random people your kids, he's like, what the fuck? What do you mean? You're not a random person though. You're not a random person. You're a girl I've been talking to for a hot minute. You're a girl that's made me feel so comfortable to the point where I'm like, yes, I want you in more aspects of my life. So yes, I think you were definitely wrong in the way that you came across that, because you weren't somebody random. He trusted you, and I can see why, he looked at it like, look, I got kids. I don't got time to be playing these games with a girl. You either accept me and, what comes with my life, or you just don't. Because I'm going to tell you now, dudes who got kids, they don't play that game. They just don't. They don't play it. You get one strike and you're out, because they don't have time for it. It's like, bro, I got kids. I don't got time for you to be, playing all this. I don't got time to be coming around you all, or like arguing, not arguing, but just like correcting that. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't got time for that. Like if you don't want to off the bat be like, oh, I can't wait to meet your kids. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so glad you showed me your kids. This is a very sign of trusting. Like if you don't just get that, a lot of dudes who have kids are just going to be like, look, you just not the one. You know what I mean? You're just not the one. You're playing games. You're doing all this extra stuff. I'm not about it. I'm good. And that was his mindset, where he was just like, damn, I thought she was the one. I opened myself up to her and she said, nah. And that might not be what she was going for. But that's how he took it, is my point. That's how he took it, because he looked at it like, you got to realize, especially for single dads, they deal with a lot. They are working full time, taking care of the kids, they're doing all of that. So he just looks at it like, I'm looking for a woman who's going to come into my life. She's going to complement my life. She's going to be happy to have met my kids, that part of my life. She accepts it, but a lot of women don't really come at it that way. You know what I mean? And so he's got to be extra picky. He has to be extra wary. It's the same with single moms. Single moms do the same thing. They look at it like, man, no, a guy's got to be on point. We're extra wary about it, because we ain't gonna bring any old random nigga in front of our kids. I've experienced the same thing. I was put on that chopping block too, like the story I just told you, where homegirl didn't let me meet her daughter until it was like 7-8 months into the relationship. I had to ask her like, hey, can I meet your kid? Like, I want to be a part of your life, so I want to be a part of that side of your life too, But yeah. So to answer the question, you know what I mean? Are you wrong? Should I have not warned him? You shouldn't have warned him. I don't know what there was to warn him about. I think you were just kind of being maybe overly cautious, I guess. I don't know. It just seemed very out of pocket, if I'm being real with you. You could have easily just been like, oh my God, I can't wait to meet your kids. They're so cute, this and that, So, yeah. Is what it is. You guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments, though. All right, boyfriend of 7 years cheated, and I ruined his life. Oh, damn. Okay, well, let's see how she ruined his life. My boyfriend for 7+ years, relationship, cheated on me recently and got married behind my back. This nigga, whoa. He got married behind your back? What? Wait a minute. Wait. My man not only cheated on you, but he got married behind your back. Wow. This nigga got married. That means for 7+ years you were the side chick, bro. For 7+ years you were a side chick. You thought you were main girl for 7 years. If he got married to another woman, I guarantee you this woman was there before you. Guarantee it. Whether it was a year, 2 years, maybe a month or two, this woman was there before you. You were the side woman. Oh, that's crazy. All right, he was in a relationship with me while on his honeymoon. That's crazy. That's crazy. When I found out everything, I had proof to ruin his career and financials, dropped anonymous tip at his company about his wrong work, and they fired him. He doesn't know this yet that it was me. Then asked him to pay back the loan we took together, made all legal agreements, and secured myself financially. Then I reached out to his newly wife and told her everything with proof and chats and videos. Into the story, he took my 7 years, didn't care enough to plan his marriage didn't care enough to plan his marriage behind my back, took my emotions, feelings, love, and made me look like a fool in a relationship. So why should I care now? Tit for tat. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Personally, I think you're doing too much, but if you feel that's justified, then that's how you feel. I personally think that that's just doing too much. I get it. You look at it like he took 7 years of my life. You know, he didn't give a fuck about me. I was side chick the whole time and you feel some type of way about it. 100%. But I think that's just doing too much. And, you know, people put way too much energy into other people. And it's like, God damn, that must have been exhausting. I know some people will say, girl, you can't do this, but I did what I did. I felt at the time I did not want to feel guilty when I walked out while he was sleeping with other girl. Share your perspective, please. Am I wrong or right? I think that you, personally, I think you're in the wrong because you didn't need to do all this. You really didn't. You could have easily just walked out of this relationship and said absolutely nothing to him. You could have blocked him on everything. You could have, not said a fucking word to him and just walked out. You could have just walked out, and started your life. You really didn't need to do all this, but I get it. You felt like you needed to, and I'm sure there's going to be some women in my comments talking about, oh no, did you go, girl? Definitely. How dare he do all this to you, motherfucker? Da, da, da. And they're justified. I'm not going to sit here and say you're wrong, if I'm being honest with you, because I get it. You feel like, fuck, man, I've been betrayed. You were side chick for 7 years. Let's be honest. That is the honest to God truth. You were the side chick for 7 years. That's really what it was. Homeboy was just using you for some comfort, and that was it. He didn't really care to marry you. He didn't want to be in a relationship with you. None of that shit. And being straight with you, you were side chick for 7 years. And that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Personally, I just don't think you needed to do all that. You could have easily just walked up out of homeboy's life and just continued, your life and done your thing. But again, if you feel like you were justified, this and that, hey, go ahead. Personally, I don't know why you're even asking the question, because if I'm being straight, you kind of already made up your mind. You already feel like what you did was the right thing. So do your thing. I'm just going to say that it wasn't needed. It was extra, and it was something you just really didn't need to do. Getting homeboy fired from his job, Now, you could have told the other woman, definitely. I understand that part, because obviously she deserved to know, like, hey, homeboy had a side girl for like the past 7 years. Did you know that? Like, look who you married. 100%, I give you that. But I mean, you didn't need to go after my man's job. You didn't have to go, exposing shit like that. But hey, again, you already feel like you did the right thing. You already feel like you did what you wanted to do and you felt good about it. And I think what you're looking for is for me to kind of just confirm those feelings for you. Like, no, girl, you did the right thing. You did great, And in reality, I don't. I just think that's extra. I think that's just doing too much. You put a lot of energy into some shit you really didn't need to. You could have just told the wife, hey, yo, look, man, this is the type of guy that you're marrying. Deal with that. How you going to deal with that? And you could have just dipped out. That's just me, though. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments because, hey, crazy story. Crazy. The fact that my man got married was wild. You know what I mean? That's a first for the show. I'm not gonna lie, that's a first. We've had a lot of cheating stories on this show, and if I'm being straight with you, that is the wildest one. Damn. All right, on to our next one. Am I the asshole for making out with a guy at a party? Okay. So, 3 days ago, I went to a friend's party where all of our classmates were present, along with some additional people. One of my classmates in our friend group has a crush on me. I know this because he used to find excuses to spend time with me or compliment me, and he has even outright confessed this to to a friend of mine. However, I never reciprocated his feelings or tried to lead him on. At this party, I got drunk and proceeded to make out with a guy in a private room. Apparently, he saw us going to that room and got very hurt. So much so that he blocked me and my best friend from his Instagram. His guy friend started shaming him for what happened. I won't lie, I do feel bad now, at least about the fact that I shouldn't have done it in front of him or told him that I didn't like him outright. When I found out about his feelings, my friend tells me that he is embarrassed because he feels betrayed. In my mind, I'm not wrong, but the guilt is getting to me, so I need to know, was I the asshole? You're the asshole because you didn't just tell him that you weren't interested. Like, the moment that you found out that he was interested in you romantically, you should have just told him, like, hey, can I talk to you really quick? Like, hey, I found out from so-and-so that you have romantic feelings about me. I don't feel that way about you. I am sorry. I still want to be your friend. This, and that. Because if I'm being honest with you, it's like you are leading him on by not saying anything. Because for guys, we're fucking stupid. And so we sit there and we think like, oh, but she hasn't said no. She hasn't turned me down yet. I got a chance. A lot of dudes are stupid like that. And this guy seriously thought that he had a chance with you this entire time. So to him, you were leading him on. I'm not going to lie to you. That's where you're an asshole at. Now, are you an asshole for kissing that other dude? No, not at all. Because you didn't like homeboy. You had feeling, you know what I mean? You liked obviously this guy or whatever the case may be. I think where the asshole is you didn't tell him just right off the bat. The moment you found out that he had feelings for you, you should have just told him like, hey, I'm sorry. I don't have those kind of feelings for you. I appreciate, you having those feelings for me and stuff like that. I think it's really sweet, whatever, but I just don't have those feelings for you. And honestly, my man did the right thing. He did the fucking right thing for like blocking you and all that kind of stuff. It sucks that he had to get to that point in order to like actually, block you and get rid of it. But again, he thought that he had a chance the entire time. You know what I mean? And again, it's good that he blocked you. It's good that he is not your friend anymore. You want to know why? Because he does not need to be sitting there being friends with a girl that he likes and watching you be with other men. Fuck no. That is stupid. Guys who sit there and they are friends with a girl that they like while this girl that they like is hanging out and, being with other guys, you're stupid. You're fucking stupid. You are cooking yourself. What are you doing? Just because you feel like you got a chance with her? No, you don't. The fact that you're seeing her with other dudes means you don't have a chance. It's over, my guy. It's done. Absolutely done. So the fact that he blocked you and stop talking to you is a good thing. It's a good thing. He don't need to be talking to you. You don't need to be putting energy into you. You don't like him like that. It's over. Done. Kaputs. Like, bro, no. No. And I guarantee you, he felt that. He saw that, and he felt how horrible that fucking felt and how heart-wrenching that felt. And he was like, I don't want to feel like this ever again. The fuck are we talking about? Like, I'm never talking to this girl again. What are we talking about? I'm not going to sit here in your friend zone. Like, no. No, it's good that he stopped talking to you. It's good. And the fact that his old loser ass friends are like, oh man, that's messed up. Why you block her? Blah, blah, blah. No, man. No, it's good that you blocked her. It's good that you don't talk to her no more. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, that's what she deserves. No, it's just I'm not going to watch you as a girl that I like go be with other guys. I'm not going to do that. Fuck no. Fuck no. It's good that he blocked you. And don't talk to him anymore. Because you talking to him and trying to be friends with him again and stuff like that, all that's going to do is give this man false hope of like, oh my God, she wants to be with me. She came back and wanted to talk to me and this and that. Like, no. Don't go talk to him. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Don't go talk to him. Don't try to be friends with him again. None of that. None of that. You don't have feelings for him. You don't care about him that way. Let that man go. He is not your friend anymore because he does not deserve that. He does not deserve to watch you be with other dudes while you have him as a friend. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. And that's why I say where you're the asshole is that when you found out about his feelings, you didn't just tell him, hey, look, I don't like you that way. I know you're just a friend to me. I'm sorry. That's where you're the asshole. Are you the asshole for kissing the guy? Nah, not at all. You were kissing a dude you were attracted to. It is what it is. You were going to do that regardless. I mean, let's be straight. You were going to do that regardless. So that's why I think you're the asshole. And again, don't talk to that dude. You know, he's done. He's not a friend anymore. He's gone. He doesn't exist to you anymore because you should not exist to him. And I mean, a lot of dudes sit there, man, and they sit in the girl's friend zone and they watch this girl getting fucked on by other dudes and, you know, all this stuff. And they think, oh, I'm going to be a shoulder to cry on. And no, you're a loser, man. You're a loser. This girl don't care about you. And you're sitting here wasting your time when you could be chasing girls that actually like you. You know what I mean? That shit's crazy to me, man. Absolutely crazy. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, though. We're going to get on to our last scenario for today's Tuesday episode. And today, the last scenario is, am I wrong for accusing my girlfriend for cheating on me? Found a pregnancy test. Oh, shit. Okay. So, girlfriend went to visit a male friend in a different state despite my protest. About a month later, I found out she secretly bought a pregnancy test. She claims she doesn't know where it came from. I let it go on and we move on. So I realized that although my girlfriend and I have protested sex and chances of me getting her pregnant is possible. However, I strongly believe that despite our intimacy, I couldn't have possibly impregnated my girlfriend. Not to be disgusting or personal, but I never finish inside of her because I want to reduce our chances of having kids until we're both ready. That's why when I saw the pregnancy test, I immediately thought she cheated on me. I mean, it makes sense, bro. And I bet homeboy was out there loading up them walls. And I mean, he was like, I'm not going to see this girl again. I don't know when I'm going to see this girl again. And I don't know when I'm going to be able to put my dick in this girl again. So I'm going to load these walls up. Like, come on, man. Anyways, I went into a panic last night after hearing all the comments and freaked out. So when I went to her apartment while she was at work, she gave me a key and I found her iPad. I tried using her birthday as the password, and to my amazement, it worked. I immediately go through her messages and find evidence that she, in fact, had sex with her friend Jessie. Facts. Anybody could have told you that, bro. Anybody could have told you that. Come on, man. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. The pregnancy test right there just is proof enough. Like, if she's never taken a pregnancy test after having sex with you, then that obviously means that she cheated. Obviously. Because, come on, man. If you've never taken a pregnancy test after having sex with me, because I don't nut in you, you know what I mean? I treat you like the little toaster strudel that you are, then obviously somebody else was loading up them walls. And she was like, oh shit, I hope that I'm not pregnant. Like, come on, man. I'm honestly so devastated by this, and I've been such a nervous wreck since last night. I haven't ate and barely slept. Yes, I know what I did. Secretly going through her iPad messages was wrong, but I had to know if she was cheating on me, and if that pregnancy test she secretly ordered was because Jesse may have knocked her up. Now, I'm waiting to confront her, but I honestly don't know how. How to tell my girlfriend that I know she cheated. Am I wrong for going through her iPad and messages? Part of me feels wrong for this, but you have no idea how much it hurts to know she did this. She was my first real girlfriend in a long time, and now I feel like now I feel like an afterthought. I don't think you're wrong for going through her shit anyway, because it's like, if there's reason to go through it, something like a pregnancy test, and she's not telling you herself, then yeah, I'm gonna go through your shit, bro, because obviously you're lying to me about something. Something's going on. You know, you're keeping something from me. You're hiding something from me. You're lying to me. Like, there's something going on. And I need to know what's going on. And then the pregnancy test, it alone is just enough reason to go through it. Enough reason. If I'm being honest with you, a pregnancy test at that, and she's like being dodgy about it. If I see that pregnancy test and I'm like, yo, why did you take a pregnancy test? You know, I don't finish in you and all that kind of stuff. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what is this? And she wants to be dodgy and all that kind of stuff. I'd be like, look, bro, no, it's cool. I don't even need to know anymore. We're done. Because the fact that you've never taken a pregnancy test after having sex with me, and then all of a sudden you're taking one, that shows me easily you were messing around with somebody else. You know, you just needed to get like further confirmation that it happened. And I swear to God, if you stay with this girl, man, oh, you're going to be stupid. You're going to be stupid to stay with this girl, being honest with you, because she's already lying to you. She's already lying to you because she didn't tell you what the pregnancy test for. And you kind of came to the conclusion of like, maybe she's cheating on me, but she's not telling me. And then you find out that it was cheating. Now you're like, fuck. So yeah, man. Yeah, that relationship's cooked. It's over. It's done. I don't think you're the asshole for going through the iPad because you had good reason. You know, I mean, a pregnancy test is a damn good reason to go through it. For being straight with you, like, come on now. That's a damn good reason. If I'm being straight, that's a damn good reason. So again, like I said, relationship is cooked. I don't think you're the asshole for going through the iPad. It is what it is, man. Yeah, you tell that bitch, hey, you can go be with Jesse. You know what I mean? You can go be with that nigga. Let him nut in you, because get out of here. You're not my toaster strudel no more. Fuck out of here. Nah, man. And I get it. It's your first real girlfriend and all that kind of stuff. And that's why I said, do not stay with her, because I know your bitch ass is going to stay with her, because that's your first real girlfriend. It's your first love. And you're like, oh man, but I love her. And she had all this great and she had all this great. No. And it's like, nah, bro, because if she's willing to do this shit to you, she's going to do it again. Yeah, and then on top of that, you tolerating this and staying with her only makes her feel like, oh, I can just get away with this shit. Like, I can just do this and he'll just take me back. Like, bro, nah, man. Nah, not at all. Not at all. And I guarantee you it was a thing where, you know, she felt like you were inadequate. She probably felt like, I'm not really getting things that I want out of my man and this and that. So it's the only reason why. Like, if you were actually, you know, that guy for her and you were getting shit done and doing all this for her and everything, and she felt, you know, really secure in the relationship, oh, she wouldn't have even thought about having sex with this Jesse dude. You know what I mean? If anything, she would have just been like, no, get the fuck off me, and would have like left and went home or some shit. But no, she was just like, she's probably over there complaining about you to Jesse. She was probably just like, man, he doesn't do this, and it's annoying when he does that. Like, oh, like I love my boyfriend, but like he's this and he's that. And I guarantee you, homeboy was just like, in the next 90 seconds, I'm going to show you how all your problems can go away with just my penis. And she was like, really? He was like, really? I'm telling you, man, I'm sure it wasn't that easy, but you know what I mean. That's the simplified version of it all, you know? Like, come on, man. But you guys let me know what you think about that scenario and all the scenarios we've gone over today, as well as the confession time and thread. Love you guys all. Thank you for all the support you guys have been showing. It's been a content-heavy few weeks for you, boy. My God. Woo! Last week you guys had a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday show. You dirty bastards. You guys are working me to death. I can't believe it. Oh my God. Like, woo! I was working 2 full-time jobs damn near, man. I was putting in 40 hours in this and I was putting 40 hours into my other job. Like, you guys are... Woo, but I do it for you guys because I love you. All right. You know what I mean? And then yesterday we had our stream. So it was like Sunday was an episode. Monday was the stream. And then today is an episode. Wednesday, I'll be able to like not do content, kind of relax and chill. And then Thursday, we're going to be doing our new book. Oh, it's the end of the episode. Should I release the new book? You know what? I will, just for you guys. If you got this far into the episode, you deserve it. All right? If you got this far in the episode, you deserve it, okay? So, I asked you guys to get down in the comments and ask. I was like, what book should we go over next after Haunting Adeline Book 2? All right? A lot of you guys put a lot of suggestions in there. I have them all written down. I think I have like over 12 books written down. But there has been a member of our community and she has been very, very active in the community. She comes out to the live streams all the time. She loves the Thursday episodes and she's just been a big part of the show. And I really appreciated that. And so I did choose a book that she recommended. And so the book is called Hooked. All right. It is a bit of a spin on kind of like Neverland's, Peter Pan, all that kind of stuff, but it's like more dark and like murderous and stuff like that. It's really good. I'm super excited. I have read a like, what is it called? Like a synopsis of the book. So I kind of can have a general consensus of what the book is about going into it. So on Thursday, we're going to be doing Hooked. So, shout out to our channel member. I Like Bananas. She went and recommended this book for us. She has been very active in the community and I super appreciate her so much. She comments all the time. She's out in the live streams all the time. She is the GOAT and the MVP. And, she is the reason why this book is being chosen to be on Thursday. I'm sorry. So yes, definitely look out for that on Thursday. I'm super excited. I will see you then and peace.